how can I distinguish between a test from Allah and a punishment? Okay, right. So there are words from some of the righteous, such as Shaykh Abdul-Qadir al-Jilani radiallahu anhu, where he said, if you're patient and you're content during a trial, then it's a test from Allah, and that's going to raise you. But if he says that you're anger, bitter, questioning, then it's a punishment. This doesn't apply all the time. What we generally find is that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His mercy is in everything, right? وَسِعَتْ رَحْمَتِي كُلَّ شَيْءٍ. So when Allah Azza wa Jal sends a difficulty to a person, the adab with Allah Azza wa Jal, the best adab there is to assume the best. And so let's say someone is committing heinous, sins like dhulm on people or something like this, and then a massive test comes. What should the person do? Stop. Look at their life. What am I doing that's wrong? What am I doing that's clearly wrong? And if it's nothing's clearly sticking out, what have other people brought to me in my life and said that I'm wronging them in, or I'm doing something wrong? Yeah, usually with a bit of soul searching, you can get to the solution. Why, something like this will be happening. If there's nothing like this, then assume the best. So if a person is doing something wrong, stop it and then learn from that and not do it again. And don't consider it a punishment from Allah. Consider it a reminder. And because any difficulty that prevents you from disobeying Allah and doing something that's problematic, doing something that's hard, doing something that's going to cause others pain or suffering, and if Allah stops you from doing that, even if it's through painful means, it's a mercy. It's a mercy from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if there isn't anything like that in your life, then assume that this is a test and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will raise me through it. Allah will give me give me such good and such rewards that I won't be able to. I can't even imagine. In fact, from the same scholar and saint, Shaykh Abdul-Qadir al-Jilani, he has a statement in one of his works where he says, he's addressing a young man, he says, Ya ghulam, nam tahta mizab al-qadr. He says, young man, sleep under the drain pipe of decree. So it's as though whatever Allah has decreed is like rain, and that rain is coming down, being collected, and the water's falling down from a drain pipe. So he says, sleep under it. Let whatever's coming to you come. Right? Use patience as your pillow, and use agreement, muwafaqa. So you being in agreement with Allah. Oh Allah, if you want this for me right now, I accept it. It might be difficult, it might be painful. I'll sit here and I'll wait for you to end it. There's a hadith in the Jami of Imam al-Tirmidhi, Intidharul faraji ibadah. The Prophet said, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, waiting for a relief and a release after difficulty, waiting for this relief is an act of worship. So he says, sleep under the drain pipe of patience, under the drain pipe of the decree. Use patience as your pillow. Get comfortable with being patient, and wrap yourself up in the blanket of agreement. And he said, if you do this, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will give you such gifts that you're not able to even wish for and ask for. Right? He'll give you so much that you can't even imagine. For some people it happens in this life, and some people it happens in the next. Like, for example, a person might think, okay, I want these problems to go and I want this situation to occur in my life. And then Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala makes it happen that the thing that he wanted is like a grain of sand compared to all of the sand on earth. If you visualize what Allah wants to give him, what he wanted is just like one tiny aspect and speck of what he's going to get through Allah's generosity. So Um, if someone is doing something wrong, assume that the test is there as a mercy and as a reminder. Stop what you're doing, improve, change. And if you can't find anything in your life, and your detractors are not highlighting anything, then abshir, and good news. And it might be a difficult one, whether it's health problems or family problems or enemy problems or people being jealous of you or whatever it is. But at the end of it, you'll walk out the winner. You'll walk out in a situation that's far better for you than what you can imagine. Most people want, most people think about this life and they want an easy time in this life. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala wants ease for you that lasts forever. And you are not you now. You, the real you, is you, inshallah, in paradise. And that's the you, and that's the me, inshallah, all of us that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala decrees these matters for. So take it with that attitude. Whatever Allah gifts, whatever Allah wills, is the best thing for us. And and then if the difficulties continue, you say, "Oh Allah, help me get through them. Help me get through them."
لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله